the Conquering Mount Scrapper with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with another episode of Quilt Bingo. Now, this is what I'm going to use in my free space, and we've got Old Maid's Puzzle. Old Maid Puzzle for the beginner, but we've got some really cool ones for the intermediate and the hard. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. But first, let's do our shout-outs because I'll forget. Jen Wagner, and her and I did an interview a little while back, and yes, she is just delightful. You guys gotta go check out her YouTube channel. And Andrea at Mama J Enterprises. Now, both of those YouTube links are in the show notes below. It's really important you get into those show notes because you'll see what's going on there. It's just, and if you like what you see there, please give them, hit that subscribe and, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. And tell them that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. It would be a lovely surprise. Now, there's all sorts of other things we're talking about now, too. The Zoom sew dates will continue in 2026. My husband and I are not sure if we're going to continue to use Zoom or we're going to do Google Workplace, but we'll see. But whatever it is, it's going to be down in the show notes. Whatever link we're going to use, whether it be Zoom or Google Work, both of them are there. Now, there's the first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time because I'm in Alberta, Canada. And we have just so much fun in those things. So come, and if you don't have anything to sew that day, well, bring your knitting or crocheting or whatever you're working on. We'd be happy to have you. Also, helping us out so much would be by making comments, share, like, subscribe, hitting the bell. And there's also a hype thing now. I'm not really sure how it works. But if you can do that for us, that would help us out so much. It would help our analytics and drive our videos forward so we can continue to give you 3 videos a week with fun, free patterns. Trying to think that really fast. It's like really blah. So, also we have a Facebook group and we have fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down. A community chats, lots of fun ones to look at and to join. The virtual sewing room is currently hosted by Discord and we're having so much fun in there every day. So now you have a sew date, 24/7. And the admins have asked me to say, please answer the questions and agree to the rules. We're trying to keep all the scammers out and the people that we don't want in there. We want to keep those guys out because it is a private Facebook group. So that's really important to us that you answer those questions. Also, I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting guilds about elements of design, making charity quilts, and of course, doing working with scraps. I'm also going to have another speaking engagement ready by the end of December 2025. So if you've already heard from me and you want to hear what I have to say about the second one, I'm be more than happy to give your guild or group another go. You can reach me by my email or private message me through the Facebook group. Either one works for me. As well, please send shout outs. If you see a quilting channel that is working hard and just having a lot of fun and coming up with a lot of inspiring, wonderful ideas, please let me know. And don't tell them that you're letting me know. We want to keep it a secret. This is our way of sneaking around and doing some nice stuff for people, right? So again, you can email me through the About tab on the YouTube channel, or you can message me through the Facebook group. Either way, I'd be really happy to get your shout out. And please do it privately. Because one lady posted something in there today. We're filming at the end of October. And of course I said, don't tell her, yes, she's getting a shout out. And I just realized that I said all that. And the group is now like 17,000 people. And I'm like, well, that didn't keep it a secret for long. But anyway, she is getting her shout out. But yeah, we have a lot of fun with those shout outs. And it's always unexpected. Also, since this is the last of the quilt bingos, right? We're going to start Twinkle Twinkle right after this. Now, normally I would try to put borders together and all the rest of the stuff. I will post the finished quilts on the community chat on YouTube, right? Or the community billboard, so you can see the quilts that I finish and how I decided to put the borders together and all the rest of the stuff, or chose not to, or whatever I was going to do with it. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to make 2 twin size quilts because that's kind of important too for the, our charity groups, right? So anyways, I think we're done. Yes. So come on in. Let's get to the sewing of Old Maid's Puzzle. Okay, so this is our free space, and I chose Old Maid's puzzle. There's something about Old Maid's puzzle that I just love. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew our half square triangles first. Now, I cut mine with an easy angle ruler. I did give you the traditional cutting instructions in the Facebook, or in the show notes, right? So it's important you get in there. And I'm just going to quickly run through all of these half square triangles. So that's the hardest bit, but it's not really that hard. You know, if you're struggling with half square triangles, go get that easy angle ruler. Because wow, what a godsend that is. It's fast to cut. They're, you know, these triangles are supposed to finish at 3 inch, you know, so you can take a 3.5 inch strip and just cut them if you have that angle, and it's that angle ruler. Just very, very quick. Or get something else that helps you cut them. And at the end of the day, you're done with one side of your half square triangle is already cut off. So let's just keep moving this one forward. Let me grab my scissors, take off this, and there we go. We're just gonna trim these off. This is our gold or yellow. That's part of what we're doing here. And we'll just take these quickly off. Trim our dog ears. Oh, this is a really nice one to make. I've seen these as scrappy, where all the triangles are different colors, and oh my, they're just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. But I put this together for some unity within the block, but you know, it's kind of up to you how you want this done. Okay. So that goes there, and that goes there. There we go. Oh no. These go in. There. Just like so, the little hourglasses go in. Now, traditionally, these blue squares are supposed to be white, because this is only a 2-color block normally. But I decided, okay, we're going to play with this one a bit. Now I'm going to just put these on next. There we go. Because I wanted something a little bit different. I wanted a different look to mine. And cut that dog ear off. There. There we go. And that finishes that. And here we go. There. There. But there. Just like so. Yeah. So we're just putting on the other, building that other half of that triangle. That larger scale triangle here. That's all we're doing right now. And this one has to go like this. There. There we go. Nice. Now, we're going to just sew this onto that half square triangle, just to make sure we've got everything where we need it to go. Just a minute here. Let me I'll take my time lining this all up. Now, if we sew like this, we don't see anything, right? If we sew it like this, we see nothing. And there's a point we need to make, and it's right there. Now, I wonder if you can see it with this. I don't. Where's my pencil? Oh, okay. Oh, whatever. Okay. That doesn't do anything. No, it does not. Click. No, it doesn't do anything. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to show you where X makes the spot. So there's X, and you have to be on this side of that. Your needle and thread has to be on this side in order to make that point nice and crisp. And that's very important. Okay. What is with this pen? Oh, there it is. Okay. New technology. A pen that's new technology. Okay. Now, you're going to approach that. And you can steer a bit. Right, if you have to. That's okay. Steering is allowed. Okay, now let's get the other one. And of course, we want to get rid of that little dog ear right there. There we go. And we're lining it up. And there. The nice big 6.5-inch square. You call it this, what, doves in a... I also call this one, what, doves in a window? And I call it a couple of different things this block. There. Now, here's your getting off those. And let's see now if we made our mark. We're hoping we did this beautifully. Yes, we did. Woohoo! Look at that. Okay, I'm going to show you. When we sewed it perfectly, there's our point. We have a perfectly matched point. Right? Now, I'm just going to get this off. Alright. There we go. And we'll trim off that dog ear before we even open it up. And we'll push this to the dark, which means we're going to fold that red over. And do we have another perfect point? Yes, we do. There, that's your perfect points. So those two blocks, the hardest block is the hardest subunit is now done. This one comes together just like a fort patch. This other one, and that's exactly what we're going to sew next. Very easy, very quick. You know, there's nothing really hard about sewing together a fort patch. Well, I mean, if you don't take your time, I guess that would make it difficult, right? And we're just going to do 2 of them, another one, last one. Here we go. You take the first 2 off. Take the first 2 off. Yeah, I should have had some leader enders. I don't know what I was dreaming about. And we're going to press to the dark, which is the blue. So, there we go. We'll line that up. Take that time to line it up. Now, once the needle is down, you make sure that center lines up good, because you want some lovely points there. And there we go. Take the other 2. Do the same thing where you press to the dark, which is the blue. Right? Here we go. There. Line it up nice and neat. There we go. Okay, needle down, clip that center so you can get right in there and see exactly where that point needs to be. And hold it in place. That's perfect. And you only have to get 1 stitch over that seam line that goes this way, and that now you've made your point. And then line up the other end. There, now. Same thing here. You're going to take this and pop them open, right? And you're just going to finger press this in place, just so you have a block that looks just like that. Let me show you again. You're going to take this, and you're going to see 1 seam's going that way and 1 seam's going this way. So you need this seam to go this way and that seam to go this way. So you're going to pop open your seam in the center and just give it a quick press, And you're not going to lay it like this, you're going to lay it like this. So basically now you have all your gold triangles pointing in at each other. The red ones are pointing in, and now you have a chain of blue, right? I guess I love this idea of the chaining blue. I really do. So now we're going to just sew this together exactly like a 4-patch. There we go. And we're just lining this all up. I have no points or anything I have to worry about on the bottom, so I can just sew. There we go. And get this one. Again, nice and neat. Oops. Is it going up or down? That's going down. Okay. Yeah, such nice pieces. Okay. Now, we're going to go this way, where we're going to have, so the red, okay, the red is going to be the dark, right? So now I want to press this one away this way. And now it will nest, lovely. Don't have to worry about matching seams or anything. Just let me move this out of the way. And there we go. Yeah. Now, while the needle is down, cut that open. Make sure you have a lovely little point in the middle. You don't want that missing. Tight nest will create a lovely point. There. Trim off that extra. Line up the base. And here we go. There. Yeah. Okay. And again, we're going to play that same trick where we open the block and we got one going this way and this one's going that way. So we're going to take this and we're just going to push that open. Push that open. Okay, push that open. It was closed. Now we're just pushing it open and it's not focusing. There we go. We make a little 4-patch in the middle here. And then we just finger press the rest of this into place. And that's what it's going to look like. Now let's just quickly go through this again. We put our press to the dark, right, on your little triangles, right? We pressed to the blue when it came to the hourglass ones at first, and then we popped our seam open. With this one, we now press again to the dark, away from the dark. In these two cases here, we're pressing away from the dark, and then we're pressing to the dark. So that's how this one's going to lie flattest. And I mean, it's just a real quick one. Let me give this a quick, really good ironing, and we'll get to our big ta-da moment. So here is Quilt Bingo Free Space. I chose Old Maid's Puzzle, and I decided to play with color placement just because I wanted this block to have a chaining effect right in the middle. Now this one ironed out beautifully, and it measured perfectly 12.5 inches, and I was like, ooh, wow, that's pretty cool. Now the other one, I love a Dresden. I just love Dresden. So I figured for my free space, I was going to play with a Dresden and just have fun. And then I found my bird to fussy cut. I figured, well, this is going for a kid's quilt. You know, wouldn't it be cute to find a little parrot or macaw or whatever that bird is on their quilt? And this is a good way of using up some of those smaller bits that you've got left over too. And I thought, yeah, this is a lot of fun. And this one came together very quickly too. I was quite surprised by it. And the third one, I drew, and I played around, and I drew, and I played around, and I'm like, I was inspired by something, and then I played around with it until it became my own. And when I sewed it together, I was so pleased that it just came together like a dream. Joseph's Guiding Star is one of these that I was just like, wow. And now when I'm looking back on it, I should have put dark green centers, but I think it works. I just think this works out so well. Yes, it's a lot of Y seams, and yes, it was a little challenging doing all these little Y seams, but you know what? It's beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. I hope that you've been sewing along with us, and like I say, you can do your own frees. These are mine. I wanted to show you what mine were. Now, I will be posting pictures about the quilts I made, and I'm tossing around making twin quilts versus 2 twin quilts and maybe a baby quilt versus making 3 couch throws. I haven't decided what. I gotta check with the community service people. What do you need? Do you need twin quilts, or do you need, you know, couch quilts? Like what would you prefer? What would you prefer we have, or what are we short on? So that's going to make up my mind too. And I was just going to do like either piano key border with the leftover stuff, or I was going to make hourglass blocks, or you know, something quarter square triangle blocks. Probably would be really good. It would help me use up what's left over in that pile of fabric, right? Because I do have quite the pile, and having that much in a pile of fabric is a perfect opportunity to move it out, right? Like, so it doesn't go back into the stash, because it hasn't been in the stash for how many weeks now. But anyway, so this is the blocks. These are the blocks that are my free square. You can play and put whatever you want in yours, or you can take one of these if you'd like. We've had so much fun with this, and I will be posting pictures of my quilts, whatever they turn out to be, whether they're couch throws or twin size. I'm going to be posting them on my YouTube channel in the community chat so you can all see them. Okay, you guys, take care and stay well, and just have a good time with what you're doing today. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye. Oh, Twinkle Twinkle starts next week, so get your strings pressed and ready to go. Okay, bye. My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey, and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life, and you know, your quarter inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your lives, and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye, and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.